My sermon text is Psalm 62, verses 5 to 12. It's page 647 in the Pew Bible. For God alone my soul waits in silence, for my hope is from him. He alone is my rock and my salvation, my fortress, I shall not be shaken. On God rests my deliverance and my honor. My mighty rock, my refuge, is in God. Trust in him at all times, O people. Pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. Those of low estate are but a breath. Those of high estate are a delusion. In the balances they go up. They are together lighter than a breath. Put no confidence in extortion, and set no vain hopes on robbery. If riches increase, do not set your heart on them. Once God has spoken, twice I have heard this. That power belongs to God. And steadfast love belongs to you, O Lord, for you repay to all according to their work. Here ends a reading of these words inspired by God. May God grant us wisdom and courage for interpretation. This is a simple yet profound psalm, and I thought it was a good fit for the work that we have at hand. In just a few minutes, I'll go over the specifics of your comments about my time as your pastor, both good and bad. I consider this, combined with a conversation started last Sunday, as an exercise in faith, honesty, openness, and willingness. Without all four of those and more, there is no community. So let us continue on. But first, a few words in response to Psalm 62, verses 5 to 12. The most striking thing to me in these verses is that it shifts from inward reflection to an outward call to others to come together, to rely on one another, and then to trust God, nothing else. For God alone my soul waits in silence, for my hope is from him. He alone is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be broken, it says. On God rests my deliverance and my honor. My mighty rock, my refuge is in God. See, it's all me, and God at the beginning. But then the psalm writer looks around at his brothers and sisters in love and in faith, and he says, it's implied, but it's very clear, you. Trust in him at all times, O you people. You pour out your heart before him. It's a call. And then he brings everyone together. God, he writes, is a refuge for us, all of us, because we are all in this thing together. There is no rank among God's people. Compared to God, the psalmist says, all are lighter than nothing. Those of low estate, the poor, they are but a breath. Those of high estate, those with wealth and power, they're dreaming. And the balances and the scales, you know, the kind used to measure grain or currency or other things, they fly up insignificant with no weight. They together are lighter than a breath. Money does not and cannot bring God's peace. And in fact, money is the greatest obstacle to living for God, because money makes it so easy for us to live for ourselves. So the psalmist says, do not set your heart on it. The power you seek in money is false. True power belongs to God, and that power is loyal love, steadfast love, the power by which God's people are bound or should be bound. And so the psalm writer, by way of confession and testimony, first turns inward for reflection, then turns outward to God's people in a call to come together, then closes by turning his gaze and inviting all the people together, leaning on one another to turn their gaze toward God. That's what this psalm is about. He addresses the Lord directly only at the end. Steadfast love belongs to you, O Lord, for you repay to all according to their work. Now, work has a connotation, as in a faith versus work thing, that's not intended here, I don't think. The New International Version makes it clearer. On behalf of himself and the congregation, the psalmist says to God in the NIV, "You reward everyone according to what they have done." In other words, God meets God's people where they are and in what they do as God's people. What a holy model for dealing with challenges in and outside the community. And so last week was me, and if you weren't here, please see it on YouTube. It frames the rest of what we're going to talk about. This week will be mainly you. Some of me in response. My prayer is that going forward, it's all about all of us trusting one another and serving others in the sad world. May we fix our gaze on holy, 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 Lord God Almighty, and on the Son and on the Holy Spirit. Amen.